What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the... Yes, I'm back from my vacation, just like Peter Parker, baby.
No.
And I know y'all missed me.
The night monkey was
But
gone.
we got another great review for you guys. Spider-Man Far From Home. It's finally out, and we saw it.
Dude.
So just to warn you guys, spoilers all day. Go watch the movie before you watch this video, because we're going to ruin everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, final warning. Alright, we're going to jump right in. We're going to go ahead and start with the negatives. What we didn't like about the movie, and then we'll kind of end it on a good note. Because it's a very good movie, to me.
Yeah. Well,
But we'll see. Alright, Juan, take it off. Man, take off your shirt.
I didn't like the ending. Holy crap! I enjoyed the movie all throughout. I just felt like the ending was cut a little short, and I feel like this. I've been saying this with a lot of movies, but I feel like the ending could have been a lot better. The ending did ruin a lot of stuff for Peter Parker. I mean, he came back from vacation. This is actually the post-credit scene, but even the ending for the movie itself, it was just. I don't know. I feel like there was something missing on it. Plus, I mean, there was throughout the movie. But this is Marvel. It's Disney. They try to make it PG-13 and all this stuff. And I feel like there was a lot of unnecessary comedy throughout the whole film. Especially where scenes weren't supposed to be there, and they were there, and they just try to cover up with comedy that shouldn't belong there. I mean, it's a Marvel thing, and it works because it gets people's attention. And even though the scene is there and doesn't particularly contribute to anything to the story. The comedy part blends it in, and it just makes you forget about those parts.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, I really enjoy the movie. I just hope the ending was a little bit better. Other than that, there's not many complaints about it.
Carlos?
My least favorite part about the movie was probably one of the biggest conflicts in the movie was that he just didn't want to be Spider-Man. And I feel like before this movie, I don't know if it was Tony's death that changed his mind, but I mean, in all of Civil War and all of everything, he just wanted to be an Avenger, and
yeah.
he was like, man, come on, Mr. Stark, you're Mr. Stark. I remember he was like just waiting in the first movie to get a call.
I can see that. Yeah.
And now, in all of us, after the death, I mean, I feel like it didn't translate into that. I feel like, yeah, he missed him, but that didn't justify in the movie that he didn't want to be Spider-Man, which that kind of bothered me a little bit because. And I would think that he wants to be Spider-Man specifically after this.
It's a parallel with Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 2. In Spider-Man 2, he doesn't want to be Spider-Man either.
Yeah.
So So it's the same. It's a replicated story.
Yeah.
So I completely agree with that. Like, yeah, it's kind of. I think we don't like it because it's something we've seen before.
Yeah, possibly.
It's probably resonant. Like I think we understand. Like it's tough being Spider-Man, but it's really weird to see that transition where. He's really excited about being a hero, and then he sees some real shit. Like he fights Thanos, and he's like, "Yeah, maybe this isn't for me, right?"
Like,
Well, at the end of the day, he's 16 years old.
Yeah,
Right?
he's 16.
still
the
16
movie.
in this movie?
Yeah,
How old was he in the first one?
15.
15. So a year has passed between
Well,
Infinity
technically
War.
6 years or 5 years.
Yeah.
But he didn't age, right? So he's technically what, 19, 20?
He's technically 21.
Yeah,
21.
Yeah,
2021 because Flash, right?
Not Flash.
Brad.
Brad. Yeah, Brad.
No, but Flash was in the airplane where he's like,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
holding the champagne,
yeah,
and then he's
Flash.
like, he's not even 21, and then that lady takes away the.
Technically, he is 21.
Yeah.
But
That
yeah.
dude.
So between 20 and 21.
He's probably the
but
best
he's
part of that
16.
movie, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what?
Flash. His mommy doesn't exist.
Dude,
dog.
that was like,
That's them planting seeds for him to turn into a villain. I think.
dude,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like that was either not needed or that was just like
That's-
sad as fuck for
yeah.
no reason.
That's
That was
just-
sad as fuck
they
for
kinda
no
just
reason.
squeeze that in.
They were like, what the
All right, I'm gonna go ahead
What
and
about
just
you?
jump in what I didn't like. I mean, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm biased as fuck right now. I mean, look, I've been repping Spider since we first started the channel. I love Spider-Man. I love the character. It can be a shitty movie and I'll still find it positive. It's the way it is, man. There's certain parts of Spider-Man 3 that I like, and that's a terrible movie.
That's like
Right.
that with Justice League.
Yeah, so I think right off the bat, I'm a little burnt out already with like the high schooly vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I loved it in Homecoming. I like the John Hughes sort of, Breakfast Club type of story. I don't mind that, but when you take it as far as to, like, they created like a relationship arc for Ned with Betty Brant, and I'm just like, I don't need that. Like, take that out of the movie. Like, he's already there for like comedic relief. Now you're like forcing him in scenes, right?
Oh yes.
Like, you don't have to force that
Every-
thing.
yeah,
Like, we
every
get,
5
okay, he's
minutes,
dating, and he's, like, bringing up all this stuff, and they're, like, showing scenes with him on, like, the boats and stuff. I'm like, I don't need that, dude. You're using screen time that could be used for Peter Parker and Mysterio, and instead you're showing these side characters. Also, the scenes with the teachers. I don't give a damn about their Mr. Harrison dropping his camera in the water. Like, Why are you
An
guys
extra
like
10
showing all that
seconds
stuff,
of
right?
fucking- Oh yeah.
It's just that's not important to me, man. Like I
It's
really don't-
predictable.
Yeah.
It's really predictable.
It's like it's comedy for the sake of comedy, right? You're purposely putting that to be funny because you're trying to be funny, and it's
On the
bad
nose.
taste in the movie because you can know they're forcing this to be funny, right? So that's the only thing I didn't like. I mean, I love the story. I think Mysterio was awesome. Jake Gyllenhaal did a badass job. I love the director, the way he took the direction of the movie, in which it's always throwing you off, like keeping you on your toes. But I just didn't like the unnecessary like comedy in the movie. Like they're just throwing it in. Like it's the whole side story with Brad, like Peter being jealous of Brad, and that he was technically like 10 years old, and now he's like 20, and he's like hitting on MJ,
MJ.
which is creepy as hell because she's technically like 20 something, right? I understand like the blip. Like they came back, they look the same age, but they're not the same age. They need to acknowledge that they're technically 21.
Yeah.
That's what I think was weird. That's what I didn't
They
like.
should be in the same grade again, man.
Like they're starting in the same grade. They're treating them as if they're still 16, but like you have to realize like time passed, regardless if they were on Earth or not.
And they grew. I feel like during the time that they were gone because of the blip, they grew.
Yeah,
they
like-
turned, themselves. I don't know how to explain it because the Brad wasn't Brad in the blip, and then he came back and he was already swole.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Right?
saying. Yeah, like they grew. No, Brad wasn't in the blip. That's why he aged.
I think
Oh,
so.
yeah,
He didn't get blipped. That's why he aged.
Oh, shit.
But they
That
do
might probably-
reference that they aged because I think Happy was blipped. And he's like, "You got a beard now?" He's like, "Yeah, it's a blip beard."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I might be wrong. I may be wrong, but I feel like I might have to disagree with Brad. I feel like Brad was blipped.
No, he wasn't
And
blipped.
he
man.
came back and he was already.
No, I
Is
can
that-
tell you right now, he wasn't blipped. That was part of the story that he stayed, and they remember
I have to
he
go
was a
see it
little
again.
10-year-old kid or whatever,
Yeah.
or 12-year-old. I don't know,
I
however old
probably
he
missed
was.
it.
But yeah, I just
But I know you're real right. They did age because
Yeah.
Happy they came back with a blip beard.
and I think that was one of the main things that I didn't really like, and just the way they handled all the post Endgame stuff, like the blip itself. They turned it into like comedy.
Yeah.
Like people disappeared, were technically dead, they were gone, and they just kind of make fun of it. Like I was talking with Carlos about this. The opening scene of the movie is kind of like awkward and cheesy,
It's cringy. It's very
cringy. The way they're like paying their respects to the fallen Avengers, Iron Man, Black Widow, Vision, and then they're just showing funny videos of people just reappearing after Hulk did the first snap.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
the first snap. I'm like, how is that a funny scene? Like you have to think about if people were on a plane, they're gonna pop up back where they were on that plane, and if they're midair, their asses are fucking deid now. Like
No.
they're falling 400 feet from the sky. Like,
No, but didn't Kevin Feige? Somebody, either the directors, the writers, or Kevin Feige said that if they disappeared, they would appear in a safe spot again.
Yeah.
So they were
Yeah.
flying.
that's lazy writing,
Yeah,
dog.
it is. It is.
Hulk thought about when he did the snap that he made sure that everybody would come back in a safe place because of theories like that. No,
I don't know, man.
So I don't know who said it.
I'm pretty sure it was Josh
I don't know
Whedon.
if it. Josh Whedon. I don't know if it was the writers for Endgame or Kevin Feige.
I think it
or
was
the directors, Joe and.
The Russo brothers
Russo
or
brothers,
Kevin
yeah.
Feige. It was one of those two. That
Yeah,
I don't know, but
for
they
sure.
did say that at one point that whoever got blipped
Was
during
brought
the
back safely.
middle of a crisis, they would come back safely.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Regardless, I just didn't like the way they handled the blip. Like they took something that was very serious, high stakes from Avengers that made you feel emotion, cost Tony his life, and they make fun of it. They
Yeah,
don't
they
even
did.
acknowledge the seriousness of it, right? It's like, oh
did.
crap, we're back. Now they're making us start school all over. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like what? If that was me and I just got blipped, like shit, dog. Like what the hell? There's other people living in my house.
Yeah.
Like at one point, Aunt May references like she just popped up back in the apartment, and there's a new family living in her apartment.
And I think that would have been a better tone to take too.
Yeah, like, I think-
Spider-Man getting back to this, because this would
Yeah.
have been like the first readjustment to joining back to the universe versus just going on a field trip.
Well, that's the
you know what I
thing.
mean?
The movie did start like that, but it started 8 months after the blip.
Yeah.
So during that time period, some things might have settled.
Yeah.
Between.
They
the
just I
world.
don't see
So-
them adjusting that fast. There's no way in hell.
8
They're having
months?
field
Fuck
trips.
no.
They're having field trips already after just
Yes.
disappearing off
Well,
the face of the planet, dude.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna
All right,
technical.
that's the bad things. Regardless of like that stuff that
Our small
just
rant.
really bothered me, I still love the movie.
it's
So
a great
let's
movie.
jump into the good. Quan, what did you like about this movie? What you thought? Like, what do you think they really kicked it out of the park with?
Zendaya. I really liked her. The whole high school thing, she was awkward, but she wasn't that awkward. And I mean, just it's relatable. You know, you like somebody and you kind of want to tell them, but you don't want to tell them because you don't know what's going on. Plus, you have a hunch feeling that this person is hiding something, and you know, it's kind of like right on the nose. But all the characters that the side characters, which is Ned, Zendaya, you know, fucking Flash, everybody, they all had a small role into this, and I feel like everybody played the role.
Yeah.
They were funny when they were supposed to be funny.
Minus the forced funny.
Minus the forced funny, but they were funny when they were supposed to be funny, and they made you feel some type of way. I mean, same thing with Ned. They threw him in there trying to, you know, make him more comical, but I feel like his funny parts were they just kind of lighten up the mood in the movie a little bit more than usual. But I really liked them. I really liked the side characters.
Carlos?
Well, I feel like Talos really did a great job playing Nick Fury. So. No, I really enjoyed Mysterio. His like straight off the comic book, you know, sequences of him using his powers and illusions on Spider-Man. I think that they did they took a great way of like making him modernized. They modernized him very well with you know, just involving him with Stark and just, you know, connecting more little, you know, fibers here and there. And then one other thing that I really liked was some of the fighting sequences were really awesome. Yeah. Some of the Spidey scenes were really awesome, especially the last one at the end, where he's like, oh shit, you know, he goes full Super Saiyan and he's like, let's go, dude. That was probably one of the coolest scenes that I've seen. So, you know, seeing Mysterio the way he was done is very comic book accurate, which is one of the best villains that, you know, Marvel that really like came straight out of the comics, in my opinion. Besides, I mean, possibly Thanos, but Thanos was huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this dude was just a solo film, so that's one of my favorite parts.
I agree. Yeah, I think generally what I liked is just how comic book accurate Mysterio was, like the way he was utilized. Like, we knew going in the movie that he was fucking lying. The extent as to what he was lying blew my mind, as to lying about the multiverse.
Dude, I knew that. Bro.
Which the multiverse we know exists because they say it in the freaking Doctor Strange movie. So, like I said, I think I said in a video before, it would make more sense to introduce the multiverse in the Doctor Strange sequel, which I'm pretty sure is what they're gonna do. Noting that Peter at one time even says, "Why not Doctor Strange?" He's like, "Off-world, right?" Whatever that means.
I think that was Thorn.
I think, well, they said Doctor Strange's not available, right?
Not available, yeah.
Which means, I mean, he should be always available because he's always at the Sanctum Sanctorum. So that probably means he's in another dimension. So multiverse does exist. Don't get, you know, your heart broken. It does exist.
It's just on vacation.
Yeah. And just the way, you know, Mysterio was playing with Spidey's emotions. He knew he was a vulnerable kid. He used, there's a scene where he uses Tony's gravestone to kind of, you know, fuck with him. And Tony comes out as like a zombie. That was a cool little Easter egg of the Marvel Zombies era. Yes. Which I thought was awesome, and just I think I loved all the Easter eggs, man. Minus there's no Stan Lee cameo, R.I.P. man.
That's the beginning. Of it.
It's really sad, but there was so many references. One of the key references that I did just when I first saw it, I even smacked my girlfriend on like her leg, and I was like, oh my fucking god. They reference the Sam Raimi movies a lot. There's one where Ned's taking a picture of Betty Brant, and she's like posing like this, and then she does this. If you guys know Sam Raimi, that's the first scene where Peter's interacting with Mary Jane, taking a picture of her, and then he gets bit by the fucking spider. She does the exact same poses, right? And that just blew my mind, like that freaking, they're doing these little Easter eggs, like referencing all these existing, you know, Spider-Man movies that already happened. I thought that was awesome. I think the pacing of the movie was a little slow at the beginning, but it really picked up in the middle, and it was just full-on, like, action sequences. The CGI was a lot better than Homecoming.
That was really nice.
The sound was awesome. The music was there. Like, I really loved it.
Yeah.
The acting from the kids is top notch, man. Jake Gyllenhaal did really good, but the kids, they're really good at playing kids. Like, you know, these are not kids. They're old as hell already. Tom Holland's already going to be like 22, I think. Zendaya's going to be 23. Like, they're old. They're not fucking kids, but they're playing 16-year-olds. And I think they're really good, man. Minus the forced comedy scenes that are not needed. It's an entertaining movie, man.
It is.
I enjoyed it so much. I liked it better than Homecoming. I liked it better than the Andrew Garfield movies. I even liked it better than Spider-Man 2, man. I'm sorry. I just think... I think Mysterio was just such a perfect villain for this movie. He was utilized, like, to the toppest, like, comic book fan service.
Yeah. No,
it was awesome, man.
Yeah.
I just think it was good.
let's talk about a little bit about the post-credit scenes.
Yeah,
Because we have two of them, right?
We gotta rush through that stuff because there's so much we could say about that, but let's just talk about it. So the end credit scene, Peter swinging with Zendaya through the city with MJ, and another reference to Sam Raimi's movies when the first time Mary Jane swinging with Peter.
I thought it would be
Yeah. She doesn't like it, unlike Mary Jane in the Sam Raimi series, so she's like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. But we get a cut on the big screen in Times Square. There's like a newscasting, and out of nowhere, man.
World Star.
It's some type of InfoWars.
Man.
J. Jonah Jameson. But not just any J. Jonah Jameson. Freaking,
J.K.
Simmons
Yeah,
from
Simmons.
Sam Raimi, J. Jonah Jameson. He's now officially a part of the MCU, and it just, when you see it, like, I remember everybody in the theater just lost their fucking mind. They're like, "Ah!" They're like clapping, they're like, oh, like
the biggest scene in the movie.
that
in
is
terms of,
probably
like, surprises.
that is the best mid-credit scene in the entire MCU for me because that just fucking blew my mind.
I don't like that he was bald.
I mean, he's old as hell.
Well, here's
I
the
didn't
thing.
know that.
It's a multiverse.
Yeah.
I don't like
If
that
he
was
appeared
bald.
in the Sam Raimi one, he's gonna appear on this one too,
Yeah.
just like Jonah Jameson.
Dude.
And I lost my shit too. Nobody in the theater where I was lost their shit, but I lost my shit.
It's just because that opened so many doors. Because technically,
Yes.
what if Tom Holland's Peter exists in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man verse, right? Like, just if J. Jonah Jameson is a repetition in multiverses, there's so many things that they can connect with that, right? And the other thing that also blew people's minds right after is Mysterio had a contingency plan after he so-called died, right? He dies. He gets shot and he goes out. It's not an illusion, whatever. I think that's bullshit.
It is an illusion.
I think he did die.
I don't think he died.
No.
So there's a character in the movie called Dimitri, right? If anybody knows the Spider-Man comics, Dimitri, also known AKA as a chameleon,
Yeah.
who can put on any type of disguise. Basically the mystique of the Spider-Man verse, right? I'm thinking this dude was never officially revealed, so I think he was a hidden character in the movie, and that's probably going to be a way they explain it, that he was as disguised as Quentin Beck. Because Mysterio can be anybody. Mysterio is literally the technology.
Yeah.
It's not the character, right? So, I think he's still alive. Regardless of the fact he had a contingency plan in case he died, and he reveals to J. Jonah Jameson, which then reveals to New York City, that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Blatantly just shows off his identity, and Peter ends off with a what the
Like the first
cuts off, just like Aunt May.
Those eyes though.
Yeah,
like,
his eyes open. He's like, "What the?"
Yeah.
And it cuts
and
off.
he's wearing the Spidey suit
Yeah.
too, so it looked really cool.
So
That's crazy.
basically, everybody in the MCU now knows who Spider-Man is. What this means for the future of Spidey movies and his place in the Avengers and stuff, who knows?
It's gonna be weird. I mean, they might just write it off.
Yeah, I personally didn't like it.
I didn't like it either.
I didn't like
that
it.
really stops it from going
Yeah.
like the next movie focusing into like the Spider-Verse or something
Yeah,
like that.
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like
The only reason I could see even Kevin Feige being okay with this is that it now makes sense for the Sinister Six to get together, right? We know who this fucker is. Now let's go after him. Let's team up and let's go after him. It's no more secret identity. No longer Vulture just knows. No longer Mysterio knows. Now everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
So that's how they're gonna smoothly transition that into a third movie or even into
20 movies.
into cameos
that
and
should have
stuff.
been like Spider-Man 4.
I'm just really surprised that Marvel even went that route. I don't know if that was just the Sony saying back the fuck off, we know what we're doing, or that was Kevin Feige. Yeah, I agree. Let's sign off on that, right? It's just
It's strange.
Yeah, it was really strange, man.
That's strange.
I don't know, man.
And all right, let's go to the final end credit scene. We find out that Talos and his wife, I don't know what his wife's name is,
I don't know either.
Mrs.
Sonriz or
Mrs.
whatever, Mrs. Talos, whatever,
Talos.
have been impersonating Nick Fury and Maria Hill the entire time. For how long? We don't know. Could have been since back in Infinity War, could have been since back whatever.
Iron Man.
Captain
Since
Stack, like the
freaking
Marvel-
Iron Man.
since
That
Iron
would be
Man.
ridiculous, dude. So
Nah, but this one seemed kind of weird though because
Yeah.
you know once they reveal that you kind of see Nick Fury like
Maybe-
what the fuck he did make some really weird
Yeah.
calls.
So maybe we only feel that way because we just saw this movie.
right?
maybe,
That's
maybe.
yeah.
I mean,
Who
Like,
knows,
we
man?
might not know how Samuel L. Jackson has been.
Yeah, and
Oh,
who
I mean,
knows?
yeah,
So
you're right.
a lot of people have been freaking out too because this has even higher implications. What if Tony knew about the scrolls, right? Tony and Nick Fury were really tight. So what if he knew about the scrolls the entire time? And what if they were implemented in certain scenes where we think certain people die,
Yeah.
and it's not really them,
No, he's dead.
right? Not even Tony. Maybe even Black
Natasha,
Widow.
Yeah.
Somebody, dude. They just
That's-
changed the whole
yeah,
game, right?
I mean they did, but we saw this coming. Right?
Yeah.
And we saw it coming in Captain Marvel, and they didn't show it to us in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
So for them to show it us here, I mean, it opens phase 1.
Yeah, and same thing too. Like, I mean, it's just.
I was reading on the fact that usually when we saw the Skrulls first coming, we thought it was Secret Invasion, and they were talking about maybe taking a different route where Nick Fury's doing the Secret Invasion with the Skrulls.
Yeah.
I mean?
He's using it to his advantage, basically.
This, what's it called? Cosmic.
Cosmic whatever shield, right? It's called Sword in the comics.
Yeah, there you go.
In which he was planning spies throughout the universe.
Yeah. So
he would have spies to know about impending threats from space rather than just focusing on
Nick Fury movie right there.
Who knows, man? I mean, I think that's another big reveal. That one I didn't mind as much. It didn't really bother me. I'm like, okay, that's a good little tease for Phase 4. It's going more of a cosmic route. But other than that, yeah, I just think those are. I mean, they were solid end credit scenes.
Yeah.
Minus revealing Peter's identity, but what. Not everything can be perfect.
I think that's just going back to the first Iron Man, where it ends with them, him revealing, that it's just that Iron.
Which is crazy because the parallels between Peter and Iron Man are just
they're opposites in a way, right? Like they're both. One of them was like real smooth, this dude. So,
and I think that's another downfall of this movie. It's like, when are we gonna get Spider-Man? Because this is Peter trying to be Spider-Man, and he's not very good, right? And he's not very good at being Spider-Man. So maybe since he's finally accepted that, okay, I'm Spider-Man, and now everybody knows who the hell is Spider-Man, now he has to sort of, okay, I gotta step my game up, right? So hopefully in the third movie, which we hope he's fighting the Sinister Six, or we hope he's fighting Venom, he's more kick-ass, more like, he was actually using his spider sense in this movie, which he didn't even know he had in the first movie. He didn't know how to control it. Now he knows how to control it.
Peter Tingle.
His Peter Tingle, which is another Easter egg. He's like, come on, Tingle, give me some tingling, right? Which is, my spider senses are tingling in the comics. So I thought that was really cool, but I mean, I'm really excited to see where they take this.
Yes.
I just hope the next movie doesn't spend the whole time doing that extra dramatic drama scenes that about him being more popular because he's Spider-Man like they did in this movie.
Yeah, I hope not, man. We just need to just give us a Spider-Man movie. Don't focus too much on the comedy. Now that, try to make it a little bit more serious now, right? They know his identity. Don't try to play it off as some funny thing, right? It's serious because now they can threaten his family, people he loves, him specifically. They can even attack him in school now. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably how Flash becomes the villain,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking,
He likes Spider-Man,
right?
and he doesn't like Peter.
Fucking lie to me,
Maybe Brad will be the villain.
So, who knows, man? They could do anything. Anyways, that's our review, guys. Let's go ahead and give it our scores. 1 out of 10.
Look,
sir.
I don't want to be so harsh in this movie because I really liked it, but I hated that ending. I didn't really like some stuff with the comedy aspect, and there's some things missing. But I'm gonna give it a 8.7.
Jesus Christ, Tom Holland, I'm sorry, dude.
I didn't want to give.
I know you subscribe to this channel. You're gonna be a little disappointed.
I didn't want to give him an A, but I want to give him a B+. And the best way is to give him an 8.7. Be right in the middle.
Carlos, take it away.
What's 7.5?
Man, I don't like Tom Holland. I don't like his Peter Parker. I like his Spider-Man. I don't like his Peter Parker. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie out of his sequel. But I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 with nothing in between the 8 and the 9.
Damn,
just a solid 8 out of 10.
I'm being rough. Be sure to check out our video for Justice League 2. Oh wait.
They're gonna do the.
Jeez.
The Snyder cut, man.
God damn.
That's gonna be a 10 out of 10 right there.
Yeah,
Man.
straight to VHS.
10 out of 10.
I'm biased, dude. I'm gonna give it 9 out of 10. I freaking love the movie, man. I thought it was awesome. It's an improvement from Homecoming, which is good because most sequels do a little bit worse than the first one. So I thought it's a good step in the right direction, right? So I'm excited to see what this third story is gonna take them because they're writing the movie as a trilogy with possible continuation after.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see how Sony and Kevin Feige are gonna close out this saga, especially with these big ass issues that they've created for themselves with revealing his identity. And I don't know, but 9 out of 10. That's my review.
It's not bad.
Basically, I think it averages 8.7,
Yeah.
8, 9.
An 8.5.
High 8, right?
To me, a 9 is a 10 because you can't give a movie a 10 anymore, right?
Yeah,
so to me, an 8 is a 9. You know what I mean? You can't give it. We can't give it a 10. Because you're biased. You know 9 is a 10.
I know. I can't give it a 10 though because that ending was garbage.
It was garbage. I didn't like it.
The whole comedy scene with Ned, the Ned and Betty shit, really pissed me off. Dude, I was just like,
dude,
what
I won't give it. That's almost a 6 because of them right there.
Yeah, dude.
I
like Ned, but man, y'all made him annoying in this one. But it's all good. We average, I guess, an 8.5. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a good movie. Highly recommend.
Yeah.
Go watch it.
Premium format, Dolby, IMAX, whatever you can get into.
Yeah.
You know, I just want to say, I didn't see it in IMAX. I didn't see it in Dolby. It's on standard, right?
Oh, and it was still bad.
It was the sound. When you said the sound, it was so true. The sound was amazing, even in just a regular seating. And it was, I saw it in a restaurant style.
Yeah.
So it's like there's lights, people talking kind of way. It was still perfect. So I do think that the sound and everything was. The visual
there
aspect,
you go.
So go check it out.
Go on that matinee day, dog. $5 tickets.
Yes.
Regardless, it's good.
July.
I'm actually going right after we record this video to go watch it again.
It's gonna come out more.
So let us know what you guys think. Be sure to comment below what you liked about the movie, what you didn't like about the movie. What are your hopes and dreams about the third movie in the installment of the series? And where do you think Phase 4 is gonna take Spidey? Basically, right?
Yep.
And as always, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you guys next time. Later.